Record again.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, how many of you are excited about this quarter? No sound. I hope by the end of this session, right, it'll be very, very lively. Maybe all of you haven't woken up yet or what, but I think with the data that I'm going to show, information, and this is also a follow-up to how many of you attended the previous session? Okay, or no, how many of you didn't attend the previous session? So at least I know, because this would actually be a follow-up, because the data I'm sharing. Remember last time I said there are some data missing. There's some missing data because the government hasn't released it yet. They just released it, so I will share as well. Okay, so first and foremost, oh, it's not working again. Oh, wait, I know why. Okay, so first and foremost, welcome to all those who are zooming in. The unfortunate thing for those people who are zooming in as compared to you guys is that later I'll be showing the capabilities of the SRI research app. So those people who are zooming in, I will try to turn the camera and face the screen so you maybe can see what's going on the screen. Okay, for the rest of you here, you are able to actually see it on, and if you don't have it, you can straight away get Hound Tony right here to set up your account for you, right? Okay. So today's objectives, what are today's objectives? First, as a realtor, I want you to learn and understand, based on the market scenario today, how to induce a purchase, because a lot of people are just sitting there unsure. Okay. Next, I want you to know where the money is. It's very, very obvious where the money is, but exactly where's the split? Where's the money? Yeah, you know where the money is, then you know where to target, right? You don't know where the money is, then you'll be basically going all over the place. Next, okay, so effectively communicate to our clientele whether it's the time to enter the market, whether it's time to buy, whether it's time to sell, whether it's time to change off their assets for bigger quantum assets and things like that. Very importantly, the last session I already shared the data. Okay, for those of you who missed the last session, one thing you can do is you can go and download the slides. Those slides, I think that it was called, is it a time to buy? Okay, that was my last session. I think the slides are available. Tony, is available for download, right?
Yep.
Okay, so what I actually do is that slide deck, I have made one copy that is, you can send it wholesale to your clients. And inside there, they scroll inside, they will self-convince themselves that it's time to buy. Okay, so, and then next, as a savvy investor, so know the opportunities in the market, because those of you who after the last session still haven't convinced yourself to buy and still have no properties, a lot of money, a lot of cash, don't know what to do with it, you can give it to me. Okay, if not, I can show you where you can actually put your money. I know a lot of you still have been asking me, like, hey, is this a good buy? Is this a good buy? Is this property any potential? So in this session, I share everybody. So everybody is all on the same page on this. Okay. So invest and grow your money. This is something I shared the last time round. Last time round, what I did is I shared projects that are near upcoming new launches, right? So those all have potential, right? It's very, very obvious. Today's session is different because I'll share with you, since the en bloc cycle has just started and is moving. Okay, so I'll share with you properties that have en bloc potential. Okay, what I've done is I also narrowed down. Actually, honestly, you asked me how many projects have en bloc potential. I did a quick calculation, easily 150 projects. If I'm going to show you all 150 projects, you're going to waste your time here. Sometimes you go to the websites, or even, I think of late you saw a few property portals, I don't want to name them, but they put up top 5 projects with en bloc potential. But what's the use? You go in and check, there's no property for sale. So, yeah, top 5 projects with en bloc potential, but no property is available for sale. There's nothing to sell. The projects that are featured today, I have done my own checks, there are properties available for sale. Okay, so this is either you can buy it yourself, you can recommend it to clients to buy, because the cycle has just started. Okay. Next, okay, this was what I said was missing in my last slides. Is it time to buy? This data is very, very important to us. It's the population data. This has just been released on the 28th of September. Okay, I look at the population data every year. When the government releases it, I look at it. Why? This data is very, very important because it tells us how our economy is doing. Okay, obviously, if you see a drop in the number of citizens, something is going wrong. You see a sharp drop in the number of PRs, something is also going wrong, and that is a very clear sign. Or you see the the sharp drop in the number of non-PR and non-citizen, basically people who are coming on EP, and something is very wrong. That means it's going to affect. We can strategize, because within the next 1 year you'll see a lot of vacancies, and that will affect prices. Okay, so population data, don't always just look at the URA. Everybody, most of the agents will know how to look at URA data. They know how to look at numbers, find caveat, see prices. Okay, but we must look at the underlying core fundamentals of what makes our property market move. Okay, so this is very important data. So the growth, first and foremost, they have said the growth is stable. So this is the overview. So up to end June 2017, the growth has been stable. So it's at 0.8. So they want to maintain this kind of steady growth. Okay. And this is actually a more exciting table, because I want you to take a look at 2017. Okay. This is the key data to look at. So effectively, the total population is important. The citizens and PRs also important to know how many was increase in the citizenship. Okay, so you can see from these numbers, okay, there has been a rough increase of about 31,000 citizens from 2016 to June 2017. Okay, does it mean that they have granted citizenship to 31,000 people? The answer is no, because every year there are people who are born and there are people who die. Correct? So how many of you know how many people are born? Citizens are born in Singapore every year? Nobody, right? No, it's 40,000. Okay, so it looks like no increase, 40,000. Okay, what happens? There are also people who die. Okay, so what's the average number of people who die in Singapore every year? Is about 20 to 23,000. So a net increase over the last 2-3 years, the net increase based on the birth rate is about 20,000 thereabouts. Which means that, is there still an increase in number of citizens? The answer is yes. So this increase could have been a surge in the number of births, which this year looks like unlikely. So it's more like there are more citizens. So this data is very important. Why? Because I have been asked questions like this, especially when you do bungalow sales or you do big ticket item sales. Then people always ask you, all the buyers who want to buy already. Who is going? I buy now at this price, right? Because blended property and maybe GCB, the pricing is a bit high. Who can afford this kind of 30 million property? I go and buy 20 million now. I go and buy 15 million now. Next time I want to sell for profit, it will be a problem. However, what I always tell them is, look, I send them this chart. Okay, of course, I have last year's chart, but I will send them this chart. And with this chart, it clearly shows that there's an increase in the number of citizens. Citizens will be the ones buying, right? So net increase over the last 1 year would be about 10,000. Of the 10,000, you only need 1% of ultra high net worth or high net worth. And how many more bungalows will be sold? A lot, right? Okay, there are people, all these high net worth from China, Indonesia, they want to come in, they want to get citizenship. Okay, all the movie stars, high profile one, they're going to get a GCB. They're going to get a high quantum property. They're going to get a Sentosa bungalow. They're going to get a landed property when they get their citizenship. Okay, so what happens? This will clearly show you that is that market sustainable? Answer is yes, it's sustainable. First thing, they get their citizenship is like kena 4D, kena Toto. Why? Because their stamp duty reduced. Last time they wanted to buy, my stamp duty even on PR is that much extra 5%. Now 5% discount overnight. Will they buy? The answer is yes, they will buy. Okay, so this is very, very important data to note. Okay, this is also another very interesting data. This shows you what is a resident household. Resident household consists of 2 or more people who decide to live together. Okay, this is so very important because it clearly shows you that the number of residential households is actually growing. Really, more people are moving out. There are more households, and this is very important because it clearly shows you that people are not choosing to live with 10 people together, 20 people together. People are choosing to move out and live on their own. Okay, so you see a very, very steady growth, and actually the growth for last year going up is actually quite significant. It's 3% growth in the number of new households. Okay, so this is also very important data. So this data to show you when people ask you the question, wow, now so many homes, so many condos going to be ready. Are you sure there won't be oversupply? Okay, and what happened? You can take all this data and send to them. Because you can say, don't worry, we got a lot of people coming in, but you say only, right? This is not you say only, this is based on factual data. Next, trending, breakdown of housing type. So, okay, yes, the number of residential households are increasing. Okay, so this graph shows you where the population is moving towards. Okay, so what this clearly shows you is like these are broken down, fortunately, into HDBs, into the various categories of HDBs. Okay, we notice 4-room flats pretty stagnant in terms of it. Then we notice this one is a 3-room flats. So 3-room flats, the percent of people living in 3-room flats getting lower and lower, which is a good sign because people are getting wealthier, right? Okay, so people they can afford, they start to upgrade. Okay, and so another sign that our country is getting richer because all these like 5-bedroom executive, okay, it's been growing now, it's pretty stagnant. But you notice one biggest trend of growth, where in the percentage of is condominiums and apartments. So a lot of people how this data helps you is that this shows you that a lot of the people who were previously choosing to live in HDBs, they can today now afford condos. So with all the condos coming up, is there going to be people to support the condo market? The answer based on this trending, okay, so we take a step back. Is population increasing? Answer is yes. So there's more people. Okay, but however, the population increase, we don't know where they're going to stay, right? But based on we go into the further trend, and we look at where the trend is. So this trend is the only one that shows the biggest growth. Okay, so and this is condominiums and other apartments. So landed will definitely be stagnant. Why? Because there's really no new supply entering the market. Okay, so it's pretty usually landed. There's no movement, it'll just be flat across. Okay, so this has the biggest take up. Okay, anybody don't understand this data? All very confident to articulate why the supply will be taken, right? Okay, why the market will move up. This is a slide from my previous session. I think it's very important to show this as well. For those of you who haven't seen it, there's a decreasing supply entering the market. And now not only decreasing supply, over the next 3 to 4 years, of course, because now there's a lot en bloc. So 5 years time, there will be abundant supply again. Okay, but we don't talk about 5 years because by 5 years time, those of you who are 40 may move to 50. Those of you who are 50 may move to 60 already. Okay, in the next 5 years, you can make a lot of money. You just need 1 to 2 years to make a lot of money. Okay, so what happens with this is that there's decreasing supply entering the market. Our population is growing. There is decreasing supply entering the market, right? So this is the data I showed. I think now we're down here, and then next 2 years, and it gets lower and lower. So here is probably when we see all the new supply flooding the market again. However, one thing to note, what happened? The recent en blocs is cutting supply from the market. So over the next 5 years, will you see a crunch? The answer is probably we'll see a crunch. Okay, where there is not enough housing, because now we already have 2,800, where there's homeowners, tenants, or what, who are being displaced. So they need to find replacement homes. And for them to find replacement home also not easy. Okay, today they stay in a very big size unit, that's why it could get en bloc, right? So they stay in a HUDC, they stay in a maybe at least 1,000, 5,600 square feet. And it's not possible for them to go and move into one of those 2-bedroom units, right? Whole family go and move, or even move the new 3-bedroom unit. Also very tough to go and squeeze everything. They got to junk off everything from the house before they can actually move down. So this is the thing. With this trending, you notice that it's pretty much certain the next few years, you're going to see a increase in prices. Okay, rental prices, yes, depressed. Will it come up? The answer is probably yes. If it's the right segment, it probably yes. Okay. So this is another slide I took out from the previous lesson. Okay, so this is just to show you. This is very important also because when you send this to your client, you show them that vacancy rates are not increasing. It's not increasing. Okay, prices are decreasing, yes, but the rate has actually slowed down. Okay, so it's coming to a point where it's going to turn already. So vacancy rate is very important because it shows you that there's still enough people coming to take in the supply. Abundant of supply, 2016, 2017. 2017 is the peak, okay, peak number of units that have been released into the market. So this is really, really the time where all the units have POP. Okay, tons of units in the market, but vacancy rate is still stable. It is very important data. Okay, so now you are equipped with the data knowledge. The data knowledge helps you to counter objections. Okay, next, I want to go in the next one where I want you to understand what I've been doing and what a lot of the producing level people have been doing to induce the purchase, because I can tell you that real estate purchase, a lot of it is emotion, because some of the people, everything is going well for me, nobody disturb me, today I still have my money in my account, every day I'm still earning my money, life is, I still go for my year-end holiday. So if nobody approaches me, very, very seldom, maybe sometimes they keep on seeing the news, okay, it's time to look for property. Okay, something induces them. It's not all of a sudden, unless you are a chronic case like me, like that, every day think of how to make money from property, then you look. Okay, if not, most of the people, they're so busy with their work, they won't bother to look. Okay, so this is the thing. I will first go into the techniques, then I will show you a real life case study. This is just one of the many that I've done. Okay, then after that, subsequently, what I'll do is, if those people who do not know where to go, okay, which is maybe a very small group of people who do not know what to do, okay, then I'll bring back one of my old slides from last time and go into the details. Okay, so always have a storyboard. So I personally have my own storyboard. My storyboard, it doesn't change, it goes all the same. So anybody who is like a theater, running in a theater, the show goes on and every day is the same show, but every day everybody is very happy. Okay, so to me, I already have a storyboard, and this storyboard doesn't change. I can say this a million times, it's always consistent. So anybody talk to me, I will say the same thing, because this is data that this is data I believe in. Okay, so first, I will stir the interest. Okay, so you don't sit back and wait for buyers to call you. If you're going to do that, then you just be the normal agent, because yes, will buyers call you? The answer is yes. They read the papers, or maybe you're sending the daily news to them. Will they call you? The answer is yes, they'll call you. However, if you want to be above the average agent, above the average realtor, what you need to do is you need to be more proactive. Especially if you have nothing to do, you better make something happen for you. Okay, so look for your buyers. Later I'll show you where to look if you don't know where to look. So initiate interest by riding the wave in the market. Okay, what to do is a simple call. Hey, hi Mr. Tan, how have you been? Been a while since spoke to you. You know, the market has been moving, right? All the en bloc. Last 3 years, maybe last 2 years, last 3 years, I haven't called you because I don't think it's the right time to buy. This time, personally, quite a lot of my colleagues are buying, or if you have bought, say, I've also invested in market, okay, or my bosses have also put quite a bit of money into the market and things like that. And subsequently, what happens is that initiate a meetup and let them understand the situation a little bit more, understand their situation a little bit more. And then your duty is basically to find number one is convince him that yes, I should buy, and two is find a solution for him such that he can either upgrade his property, or he can buy additional property, or he can see his portfolio, and then after that manage his needs accordingly. Okay, next, the first part, you stir somebody. Here we got a lot of good stirrers, right? So please channel your stirring magic into this your property business. Okay, but you stir them, it may not be enough. Why? Because maybe he may go home and think, wow, agent kind of look for me, don't know whether for real or not. Okay, so what happens is this: after you meet up and sort of stir the interest, he got a little bit excited already. Say, okay, so he may start thinking, he may go home, he may do his own research, he do his own DD, right? But what happens is that you substantiate the interest. So you substantiate interest by, I think the newspaper really helped us with our job, because the last few weeks, wow, every few days got something very, very nice to send out. Okay, so look out for newspaper snippets that hold weight. I mean, the whole weight to substantiate what you have presented. So later I will take out like 2 or 3 snippets. I show you snippets that I personally use. Okay, and they're all substantiated with big names behind them and data behind them, not just your own name, but all the big boys that are saying the same thing. Okay, next, after okay, so you already spoke to him, he's already 20-30% convinced. After the newspaper article, he's probably 50-60% convinced. Next, then suggest to him, start suggesting properties. Okay, so one thing I've done is I have consolidated all the projects, okay, with commissions that are still high. Okay. I look at the trending is getting lesser and lesser high com projects. All the high com ones are effectively gone. Okay, Vio, Eric, he helped us move quite a few units, right? It's already sold out already. Okay, so all your high com are getting lesser and lesser. Your good projects who are high com, lesser and lesser. Okay, but I have done up a full list of the remaining units to sell. I don't think we're going to see any more high comp projects. Right? Developers is the next 2-3 years is revenge of the developers, right? All agent bully me last 2 years, right? Now my turn. Okay, so that's when you start seeing the comps, like maybe you see of late the big launches, the high profile ones like Park Place Residence. What are the comp? 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, around there, right? And this is going to be the trend moving forward already. For all these big launches, all these en bloc cases, and next time they're going to launch, don't expect, wow, 2-3%. This is a thing of the last few years already. Okay, so you want to cash in is really now. Okay, so suggest properties. So how to suggest is keep a lookout on the properties that are being relaunched. A lot of developers are actually relaunching. Okay, so like I think most of you maybe haven't heard of Vio, but Vio was actually launched very long ago. It's just that quietened down, market dropped. So lately there have been a few other projects that has been relaunched. Okay, so later I'll tell you as well. Then next, arrange to sell the property. So arrange a suitable viewing time slot. You don't make it when it's all quiet. Then you go there, you told me so good, so good, so good. How I go there, I'm the only viewer. Something's wrong, right? So arrange a suitable timing to bring him to view. Okay. Okay. So I think managing emotions is very important. So this slide is taken from way back. I think 3-4 years lesson. Okay. So for most amateurs, means why I consider amateurs as people who don't speculate in the market actively. Okay, people who buy maybe once every 5 years, 4 years. These are, I would say, they are amateurs because they have done very few transactions, probably less than 5 transactions in their life. Okay, you must understand buying a property is 80% emotion, then 20% common sense. Okay? Because they feel it's right, they buy. You can send them all the numbers, right? Looks right, don't feel right, don't buy. Okay, so this is very important thing to know. So you must be very creative in your approach. Next thing, don't hard sell. Don't see what comp 5%. I just say anything that I can say. I just say just to make you buy. Okay, because the thing is that maybe you're interested, but hey, this agent is really hard selling me this project. They can feel it. If you are desperate for money, they can feel your desperation for money. Okay, trust is gained over time. Trust is gained over. You don't expect to meet a client today, close the deal tomorrow. Very slim chance. Is there a possibility? Yes, it's a possibility. If you create a hype well enough, manage the expectation well enough, make sure that he's able to commit the property of this quantum. Yes, you can close the property on the next day, but usually it's a process that takes up to 1 month. Something that's comfortable for me is 1 month. 1 month, it takes 1-2 weeks to gain the trust. So properties, people ask you, and it's bad. Tell them straight off it's bad. Don't every property is saying, yeah, good, this one also good, that one also good, everything also good because the comp high. Then one that he recommend you 0.5% comp bad. Okay, so the thing is that be honest and truthful with what you actually say, especially the first couple of weeks, first week or two. He may ask you because you got him interested. You got him interested. What happens? He start looking out. When he start looking out, he go and do his own checks on Property Guru also. The worst thing is you excite the buyer. He bought from somebody else. Okay, that's the worst thing that happens. So the main thing is that you got him excited. You prospected him. You made him into from non-buyer into a buyer. Okay, don't lose him. Okay, send him the relevant information. Create the hype. Okay, preferably on market facts. What I mean by this is that, for example, those people who sold Vio or who sold one of the new launch projects like Commonwealth Towers, they created a hype. Why? Because every day there were real units being transacted. Okay, so you just screenshot the eProp track, let people know that oh, these units have been sold. Then next minute, when agents send you update, oh, all these units sold, snapshot sent to them. What happened? It's a hype created based on facts. Okay, true transactions. So keep on emphasizing the perception of popularity, because anyway the market is moving, it's popular. You're riding the wave. Okay, popular meaning what? Wow, show flat, so many people. Then after that, this unit sold, that unit sold. So this is popular, right? The project is popular. Okay, reiterate that closings are happening. So this is what I said. Then preferably try to choose weekends to view, because I can tell you Singaporeans, a very interesting thing about Singapore is what got long queue then queue, right? I'm also one of them. See long queue at the hawker center, must be nice, right? So I also go and queue, but in the end not nice. Okay, so this is one of the, just based on all this, you are able to manage the emotions of the buyer. This is very important thing to know. Okay, so this is a case study. So how I basically stir the interest. So basically start interest by arranging a meetup, right? Nice to meet you. Then I met this person, got her interested, looking forward to get her first. She's currently renting and things like that. So this is the thing. So subsequently, I sent her my to buy or not to buy, right? That's the data from the last session, right? So this one will really convince her. So she won't read it on her own. So that's stirring already. Got interested already. Next, substantiate. So that's what I told you, right? So newspaper article. This one is very good. Private home rates to rise by what? You actually read the content inside. It really makes sense. Okay, it's not just anyhow. Sometimes things that people say they are true, but people think it's bombastic. Like, by 2030 property price double. People think it's too bombastic to accept already. Okay, but this one is very, very good because rate rise by 10% by N2018 is possible or not? Yes, the answer is definitely possible. I think probably now some people have already seen 10% increase already, just based on the demand. Okay, then next, start to get excited, ask you anything interesting. So then I suggest projects. Okay, and I let her know that, okay, previously when I met her, I told her about Commonwealth Towers, but now Commonwealth Towers close to nothing already. Okay, close to nothing already, and the units left are subjective, are not very good, and I don't want to go and push people lousy units as well. So I basically very honest, it says Commonwealth units, towers, nothing really left. So I push a different project. Okay, so one of the projects that I really think is very, very good for own stay is something that's very low profile. Commission is 2%, it's okay. PSFY still 1,003, 1,004, and City Fringe. Okay, how many of you heard of Riverside Melodies? Nobody, very few. Okay, Riverside Melodies, what happened last time? Developer held back, they didn't sell. Now they're just released. But I think a lot of, I see some people marketing here and there and things like that, but I think very low profile. Say 1,003, 1,400 per square feet is next to the river. So the whole excited because it's a nice place to stay, right? Facing the river and things like that, and it's at Boon Keng area. So it's things like that. So chances are the hype has been created. Then I suggest, okay, she wants to view it this weekend, and I will try and sell it this weekend. Okay, so this is the process flow. You follow this process flow. So this is my storyboard. This storyboard, I can screenshot a lot more cases for you. I've been going through the same storyboard. So the storyboard is always the same. Okay, so create your own storyboard. You don't have to follow mine. This is my storyboard. Create your own storyboard. Okay, based on the data you know, based on the facts you know, create your own storyboard and convince your own clientele. Okay. So this is some useful newspaper articles to circulate to substantiate your claim. Okay, so this is one of them. If you don't have it, you don't know where to get it, Evernote has it. You search Evernote, you type private home prices to rise, or you type Morgan Stanley, it will come out as one of the first results. If not, very easy. Yes, message Tony. Can you send me an article? Okay, another one, home prices close to bottoming out. So this also, one thing I like about this is that it's all facts and figures. It's all facts inside. Okay, because you don't take the headlines, because what happens is that don't see a nice headline, just take and go and send. Please go and read the content, because sometimes the content inside have a different meaning, or they have a caveat below that say, oh, but there may be something that caused market crash and things like that. Correct? So you read the content. I think that the content is good. Substantiate my claim. I send it out. Okay, there are a few more as well. There are a few more which I will send out, and maybe sometimes in the group chat, what happens? I also always send out, right? This kind of Tony always send out the newsletter, the daily news. Those of you who are not in the daily news group chat, I think you should be inside, because it's the most convenient way to read the news. Okay, show of hands, how many of you are not inside or don't know there's a SRI newsroom? Nobody. Okay, if you are not inside, later get yourself inside. Okay. Okay, this is an old slide as well. For the benefit of those who didn't come for this lesson last time, what happens if I have no prospects? They look at me like, oh, I'm going to create my storyboard today, but who do I talk to? Okay, so very simple. Prospects are all around. Okay, it's not that you have to look for buyers and wait for buyers to call you. Why? Because those buyers who call you from your ads, especially if they are from your guru ads, are they top quality buyers, or people who you can really be assured that you close the deal? The answer is no. Why? Because same reason. Because I can tell you that they are smarter than you. They have spoke to so many other agents. What made you so special that they choose you? Okay. So guys, some more, right? Not pretty girls, some more. Why are you going to choose and buy from me, right? So the thing is that this is very important. The quality buyers are the buyers who you have created yourself. Okay, so very simply, run through your list, run through your own list of your commissions received for the last few years and things like that. You will definitely see units and suddenly think that, hey, yeah, there's this guy I can talk to. Hey, there's this guy I can talk to. And then you start initiating your storyboard. Okay, so tenants can make up your buyers as well. Reservist buddies, family, you go family gatherings, spouse, colleagues. Okay, some of you, your wife, your husband are working in a company as well. They can be your undercover salesperson also, right? So they can go and, so your kids, those kids' friends, parents, where you go down, bring your kid to the childcare, bring your kid for enrichment class, all the mothers sit outside, all the rich mothers, right? Mother don't have to work, can sit outside the enrichment. Obviously, the got a certain amount of money, right? So, okay, previous sellers, previous buyers, relatives, okay, friends and colleagues of current clientele, okay, they can refer in clients as well. Ex-classmates. So, friends and colleagues of current clientele, what happens when I meet up with them? And I realized that, hey, no chance for this guy to basically, for me to reorganize or re-strategize his assets. I mean, why? Because maybe fully leveraged already. Maybe he's caught by MOP. He has SSD or whatever lah. So these clients, you know that, hey, next 3 years, next 2-3 years, gone already. He cannot catch his wave. What happened? Turn him into your salesperson. Why? Because then you can ask him, you know, gone case already, right? So next, you move on. Hey, but you know anybody who wants to, anybody can refer in, can cut you a deal. One of my friends, I've actually given him quite a bit of referral fees over the last. Then he'll be excited. Why? Because he's in a position where he's no money to, or not in a position to invest and ride the wave. So you entice him with referral fees. You got one new recruit salesperson that has no CA license. Okay, so he will go out and talk to his friend, and he's not agent. So what happened? Not agent become more trustworthy, right? So you have one person running and referring deals to you. Okay, so this is the way to bring one. Neighbors, Facebook friends, just ping them. Okay, and you post up things, some interesting data, people will ask you as well. Okay, neighbors and things like that. So this is, you know, prospects. That means you offhand you are nobody to play your storyboard, to watch your show. Go and find them. Okay, it's all there. So next, it's been a while since a lot of people see that many zeros, right? But that's the amount of money that's been thrown back into the market as of now. Okay, the last time I did a presentation, I did the to buy or not to buy. The amount was 3+ billion, a lot of zeros. It has just doubled in a matter of 1.5 months, 2 months. Okay, so this, if I do another session 2 months later, for all you know, no more space already. Why? Because got one more digit already. So I made the font smaller. Okay, it's possible, right? It's possible. Okay, I realized that online, there's nowhere I could see no article I could see which really captured this. So I have done this out. Okay, and this is basically showing you where all the money is. Okay, all the zeros, where are all the zeros? It's all in these projects. This data means nothing to us if we do not know when to actually talk to these people. Okay, so what I'll do is after this, I will go into the typical en bloc process. This data, the whole process. Of course, we have our en bloc expert, right? So Andy, I must introduce Andy to everybody. So Andy, there. I think you should come forward. Yeah. Then you should put your face here. So all those on Zoom, I think there are quite a lot of people on Zoom. There's 42 people on Zoom. Okay, so I think okay, you should put your face here. Okay. And this experience, who knows Diligent? Everybody right, Diligent. Okay, it's a en bloc of this size. Okay, Andy was part of the team that did Diligent. Okay, so his capabilities, if you have units, they are like what? Projects to refer in to the company, there are maybe 100 units. It will be nothing to Andy. It will be a lot of work to me. I wouldn't have a slightest clue how to manage. Okay, but he has expertise. Everything goes well. I think this Saturday we are getting appointed for our first en bloc exercise. Okay, and in the final round for quite a few as well. Okay, so if you have any en bloc opportunities, that means one of the residents say, hey, I'm on the committee of the sales committee, refer it in. Okay, and then at least you don't say, oh, you don't know, I don't know how to do en bloc. Okay, at least you have somebody, yeah, in SRI, we have a person who has long track record. Diligent is one of them. Diligent is the biggest. Yeah, so we have somebody who has been part of the Diligent team previously and also working on a few projects. Okay, so this is an opportunity for you as well. If you come into contact with owners who have properties who are undergoing en bloc. Okay, so based on this data, these slides, I'll put it up available, I'll make it available to you. Okay, I watermarked it for simple reasons that I don't want people to just take it off and rip it off one shot. Okay, so these are the total number of units. So total of 2,830 units already that they have been displaced basically. Of course, Shunfu and all this, they probably have bought already. Chances are, okay. All these guys here, chances are they have not bought yet, because I'll go through the process and you understand. So if you actually look at all these units, okay, go through one by one. Shunfu View, Harbour View Gardens, Rain Tree Gardens, One Tree Hill Gardens, Go and Go Building, Rio Casa, Eunos View, Albraca, Serangoon View, Tampines Court, Toho Green, Nanak Mansion, Sun Rosier, Jervois Garden, Amber Park, Normanton Park. This is a lot of work to do. Okay, this is basically, I put it very simply to you. There's 6.3 billion pumped into the market. Okay, these guys are, chances are they're going to invest this 6.3 billion. Okay, and where, of course, you have to go and, this basically, a guy who got maybe 1.7 million from one of the en bloc projects, and he wants to go and buy something else. He has so much cash and he can take a loan some more. He may end up buying a landed that's 3 million. Okay, which means that 3 million, the comp from that is not on based on 1.7, it's based on 3 million. Okay, so there are people like that as well. So the money is going to be channeled somewhere. Okay, so there are opportunities that come with this as well. But first, you need to go and know these people. And if you never even made an attempt to reach out to these people, will you have a chance to know these people? The answer is no, you will not know these people. Okay, but if you make some sort of attempt to go and reach out to these people, to basically your mailers, if you have been sending, like some of you have been doing mailers and you have been working in your own districts. Okay, what happens with this is that after a while, your mailers so boring. Every time I see the same mailers. Change and try and hit some of these people. Okay, and it's very, very easy to get them to call you. A few people have already called me. I've tried it myself. A few people have already called me. Okay. So, just go and do the math. I told you. To date, 2830 cash rich millionaires. Okay, flush with 6.34 billion liquidity. So, average of 1% commission on this is already $63 million in commission. Okay, just 1%. Just take a 1%. So assuming all of these guys just buy one property each and expense off all the money, never leverage further, okay, it's basically each sale is worth $22,400. So is there money to be made from this? The answer is yes. There is money to be made from this, okay? So this is very important as well, because sometimes people rush into, they don't know when is the right time to enter, okay, and they do not know how to advise the en bloc sellers, en bloc buyers, basically this buyer group. When's the right time to buy? Okay, so I will go through this process with you because this is very important. If you don't know when, then they call you, hey, can I see a property? Then say, can I buy? Then say, I don't know. Do I get an SBSD if I buy? You also don't know. And then when I make a payment, how do I make payment or whatever? So I always get the calls from a lot of you all and say, hey, when's the right time to buy? Then how? He never gets his money, how to exercise the option, how to complete, all these kind of things. Okay, so the timeline is very important. So normal en bloc process timeline. Okay, this I took a lot of information from Andy as well. From tender close. Tender close means chances are it's published in papers the same night. Oh, this place has gone for X amount of money. Okay, so on that day, contract has already been made, which means that can he buy the very next day? Answer is yes, without ABSD. But there's a risk, because from here to here, can the deal still go stun? The answer is yes. Still can go stun, because inside there's condition of sale. Condition of sale is that, oh, maybe, okay, all owners do this, all owners do that. Then 2 is that the sale is subject to the courts agreeing and started by the board agreeing. No, like the last time there have been some cases where, oh, they found there's kickback or whatever, then in the end the whole deal got burst, right? It didn't go through. So if the owner, the seller here, the en bloc recipient here, tomorrow you tell him, go buy, then he go and buy. Then the en bloc, for some reason, something screw up, what happened? Dead down. dead duck, really dead duck. Okay, means that he decide haven't sell yet. The en bloc didn't go through. He go and buy a property already. Kena ABSD, cannot get financing. What happened? He's really caught. Okay, so what happens is that from then, when tender close, they usually take about 1 month to file to STB. Okay, then this another 60 to 120 days is the order of sale. Whole process maybe 5 months, 4, 5, 6 months. Okay, when the order of sale is out, so this is a very key thing to know. Try and always find out people, hey, when's your estimated order of sale? Order of sale means confirm already. No more goes done already, that's it, the deal is done. Okay, from there on, they can exercise the option. Okay, so from this period to this period, a lot of people, no more home, right? From this day already, I can tell you, the common, especially for older generation, no roof over my head, they panic. They freak out, they panic, okay? Why? So from here, they say, wow, in the next 1 year, I have no home to stay, nowhere, how? So they'll start going and see what they can look. So at this point of tender close, if you send them a flyer here, or you reach out to them here, yes, you can get a lot of leads, because you see, hey, I need to find a place and you have something suitable. Then if somebody sees a house that he likes here and decides, okay, I want to confirm this house. But then again, he can't, right? Because he confirmed here, he excited in 2 weeks here, order sale still not out. Big risk for him, right? Okay, so unless you want to sabo him, hey, then after do it, right? But if not, what you can tell him to do is things like extended option. So of course, if the seller is agreeable, maybe tell them, okay, why don't you just, for your safety, you put a 2% option money, then exercise date can be, in your option you can write, exercise date can be 1 week after option order of sale granted for this project on this address. It's also possible to do this in the option. Option is not say, wow, I have to be a specific date or whatever. So it can be related to this as well. The option can be a back-to-back and tied into 1 week after the order of sale is given for this address. Okay, he has to exercise the option. And maybe the seller, oh, got a good price. Okay, and I took a 2% or 3% option money, willing to wait. Okay, can wait. So this is a very safe way to conclude the sale. So when's the right time to reach out to this group of buyers from the en bloc? There's no right time, because the buyer will, there's one group of buyers who the kanchong spider knows place to stay, they will start looking the very next day, they will start looking already. Okay, so then there are some people who will wait until maybe 30 days or 60 days before order of sale, then they start going out to look. Okay, the more experienced ones that knows the timeline, know what they have to see. Then some people also scared they get priced out of the market. Why? Because the market is moving up. Anything within the next 4 or 5 months, the market can really zoom up 10%, and they have lost 10% of their value already, because they are already committed to today's price. So maybe today they go in and look at properties. Oh, the property I want is 800,000. Come another 4 months time, the property they want 800,000 cannot find already. And that's going to be the case, right? Because I can tell you that last time, maybe 6, 8 months back, I was telling people, hey, look at Braddell Heights, look at Braddell Heights Estate, look at, not Braddell Heights, sorry, look at Braddell View, look at Laguna Park. Today you go and find there's nothing, zero, nothing available, right? The expensive listing also all gone, okay? Then I see all the caveat being lodged at higher and higher prices. So the PSF price, you go and look at like Braddell View, PSF price has jumped up $100 plus per square feet already. Which means that these guys, if they don't buy here, some of them scared they don't buy here, they get priced out of the market. So their gain, effective gain, they have lost it. The last few en blocs, what happened is that the market moved up so fast. 2007, market moved up so fast. A lot of them, by the time they decided to buy 6 months later, they have lost easily 15% of the value already. Okay, so you can advise them. So the good thing is now, okay, when is the right time? There's no right time. Every time between here and here is the right time. Okay, but chances are for them to commit, a lot of them will be around here. Okay, so can you prospect this group from here to her? The answer is yes. Okay, anytime between this period. Okay, then of course from the order of sale, 3 months they receive sales proceeds. From then on, there's usually a retainer amount, right? That's and this one. Okay, there's usually a retainer amount. The retainer amount is usually like 50,000 or 100,000. Okay, pending handover of keys. Okay, so this is the entire en bloc sales process. So this is very important. So you understand this process, you are able to then go and target this group of en bloc people. Okay. Next. So some people also they keep on asking the same question. So many en bloc already, can it still go on? Okay. A lot of big names haven't buy it. Okay. Capital Link CEO came out and says, to be a bit more aggressive in land bidding. Okay, so a lot of big names, they haven't bought their plots yet. OUE has sold out Twin Peaks, right? You haven't seen them getting any plots yet, right? They're probably looking for prime plots. They haven't buy yet. Okay, so what happened is that there are still a lot of developers, a lot of listed developers that haven't activated yet. Now you see all the ones that are very aggressive. First, all the first movers, obviously always first mover, because they see the opportunity, they go in very fast. Okay, so then after a lot of developers, especially the bigger listed company, okay, they made the decision, okay, let's go. So there are still a lot. You look at all the tender like Amber Park, it's so hotly contested until so many bidders, and until from the reserve price, how much 100 million above the reserve price. It's crazy, right now. So can the en bloc still continue? Any more buyers? I think this cycle still has about another year. Okay, before that, all the developers have all the stock that they want. Okay, so this one will give rise to another set of problems later. 5 years down, 6 years down, the unsold inventory, all this. I think this will give rise to another set of problems. But we deal with that later. We look at the opportunities within the next 3 to 5 years. Okay, fortunately for us, you hold the property for 3 full years. On the 4th year, you can sell it already if you want. Okay, so this opportunity is during this period. Okay, so for those of you not aware, we already sent out the first set of newsletter. We sent out 2,300 copies. This cost the agency almost $1,800 to do. Okay, so those of you who sent us your listing, it was put in the newsletter. We sent it out to all the en bloc units. Okay, some of you have given me feedback. For those of you who give me feedback that you have received replies, thank you, because this kind of feedback to us encourages us, because now the things that we spend this money, we do not know whether well spent, not well spent. I do not know, because it's not a hotline number. It's your own personal numbers. So I need you to feedback to us if you get replies from this, because if you do get replies and it's substantial enough. So for example, how we always count is what's the cost of acquisition. Okay, so if let's say I have feedback from 20 people that they have received calls, then okay, I very simply, okay, we spend $1,800, I divide by 20 leads. So actually, wow, cost of acquisition is actually quite high. So it may not be worthwhile to do. Okay, so this is something, or should we cut costs? Should we cut costs? Maybe we don't print color, or should we just maybe print A4 double side instead of bifold? So then we have to work it out. So it really depends on the feedback. If you don't give me any feedback as of now, we only got 4 feedback. If you don't give me any feedback, I think, wow, 1,800, 4 calls, we waste our money. Okay, so I need feedback from you, those people who have put up a lot of the listings. Of course, I feel that were not really suitable. Maybe because people don't understand what are these people going to look for. Okay, obviously, I think I had this discussion with Tony and Benson. I think some of the listings not suitable, but their stand is that okay, maybe this guy want to buy for investment, so he maybe buy a 2-bedroom, 800 square feet for investment, or they want to downsize. Maybe the house too big for them, they want to downsize something smaller. It's possible as well. So okay, we left it and we see how it goes. So I need feedback from y'all. If y'all get calls, please let me know that okay, calls came from this and came from where. So in this instance, we are able to better manage and spend the money properly. Okay, for the next en bloc newsletter that we do. Okay, but what I hope is that you all do your own. Very, very targeted, do your own. Okay, next, for the opportunities, just to share with you some former HUDC estates. So these are all the estates that are still not being en bloc yet, okay, or some are undergoing en bloc. Okay, but unfortunately, you look at most of them, right? Actually, almost all of them, except Pine Grove, there's no available units online. Nobody's selling. Okay. Okay, so some examples of if your en bloc message to the en bloc owners, it doesn't hit their spot, right? They're not going to call you, right? So I want the marketing message when you send out to them, don't be boring. I want to find our next home, call me, or things like that. Some boring message. So have some exciting message. Hit the jackpot once, don't stop, check out other rare gems. And then you can list down all the different projects with different price. And maybe you do have listings in that project. Doesn't matter why. You're offering them suggestions. So for example, if you know that, okay, for example, Rio Casa has en bloc, what are the nearby condo developments with big size unit as well? So you can check out Rio Casa. So you do a very Rio Casa, sorry, you can check out maybe Evergreen Park, you can check out Florida, you can check out Rio Vista. And you list down sizes from what, price from what. They call you, you have no listing there, but does it matter? It doesn't, right? You can actually show them other people's units, right? And if you actually complete the entire cycle. When you actually send out mailers to the nearby developments, I have 10 on-block buyers on hand from Rio Casa and Serangoon View looking for their replacement home. Keen to cash in, call me. Correct? A marketing message like this has more impact than your normal, hey, want to buy, sell, rent, call me. I see the mailers now, the mailers come in chunks and everybody's saying the same thing. Why should I call you? Okay, this is something that, hey, oh, this guy has 10 on-block buyers. Wow, this is opportunity. Okay, then they'll call you. Okay, next, these are some examples. Dedicated existing finding home, this is a boring one. 2 en bloc sales for you within the next 5 years possible. Why? You can also refer him other projects that are possible en bloc opportunities, right? They hit the jackpot once, wow, really they hit again, right? So these are things. So top 6,600 square feet replacement options. Okay, so you list down the replacement options. So what happens is that something like this excites the buyer when they see it, like it relates to them that, okay, these are the, from your recommendation, these are the top 10 projects that will suit my family as a replacement home. Then you list it down, correct? So this is very, very strong marketing messages that can entice people to call you. So this is something I personally have done. I know that it suits, based on the size, based on the price, it suits the owners, the HUDC owners. So why? Because HUDC, generally their units are 1,000, 4,500 square feet, 1,600 square feet. And on their end, what happens is that they, even if it's 1,400 only, but they have the old layout, right? So it feels like 1,800, 1,700, 1,800. Okay, so if you're going to recommend them a 900 square feet, 3-bedroom unit, it's not going to work out for them. They go in and get shocked. They get shocked in their life because they have never seen something so small. Okay, so if you're going to market them something new, then it'll be very difficult for them to accept. But of course, you look at suitable replacements that are of decent size, what they're accustomed to. Do they need something new? The answer is probably not. They're accustomed to living in this kind of very old rustic charm, I would say. Okay, so what happens is that they can accept this kind of living standard, okay, that kind of space. So minimum 3-bedroom, don't go and farm to them 1-bedroom studio units, all these kind of things. They're not going to call you. Chances are they're not going to call you. Okay, or small group of people are going to call you. So this, I use Canva, I create my flyers, I go there and drop myself. Okay, go there and drop myself. Very, very simple. While I was dropping, then I saw very active agents. Door knocking even. Door knocking, I saw this guy, very young guy, 20, looks about early 20s, carrying a clear folder. And what he did, very, very good luck, because he had printout of a lot of property guru listings, which were not his listings. I just went by and just take a peek. So all not his listings, you know, but why he print out maybe Belinda's listing, or he print out my listing, and whatever, he put in the clear folder. Hey, you want to check out any of these properties or not? Okay. So this is something, right? This is some people who take the initiative, the extra step to reach out to this group of people. So at the end of the day, he get 1 or 2 or 3 who sign, and then he had this board. He had this board, and then it looks quite full, contact numbers and names and things like that. Which, if it's really legit, he really has a lot of leads to work on. Okay, so he has a lot of leads. You have 10 leads, each 22,000 com or more, right? You possibly can reap a couple $100,000, okay, just from this one exercise. So I just share with you. So I think Angeline also went to drop nearby, right? Nearby Florida is Rio Casa, Serangoon View, and things like that. Go and drop. So equivalent kind of space, half the price. So half the price meaning how much they're getting. This equivalent amount of space also, and it's a condo environment, and half the price, meaning that after buying this at 800,000+, they still have another 800,000 in saving. And these kind of things will appeal to them. Okay, so now I want to show you this. Okay, for those of you who are zooming in, don't leave, because the juicy part is after this, where all the on-block projects that have potential and everything like that is in the next few slides. Okay, and the project, new launch projects left over with 2% com or higher, okay, under 2 million. It's in the next few slides. Okay, so I go through this live demo of, I will turn the camera, oops. No. Okay, then I'll forget it. Okay, so for those of you who look at the camera, I hope you can see the screen. I won't be too clear, but in any case, what I want to do is I want to share with you this app. Okay, so those of you who haven't downloaded it, please download it. Is the SRI research app. We just launched it. Okay, just spent quite a bit of work. I think the team, Nick, Benson, and all, we've done quite a bit of work, Tony, Tricia, to get this up. Okay, and this will be our aim for this app is that for those of you who are using all the property apps, now so many, so you pay for this for all the small little features that they exclusively have. What we're trying to do is we're trying to consolidate into this app. So soon or later, don't pay any of the external money to all these guys. Okay, so we slowly reduce. Now you won't need to buy square foot anymore. Okay, I've been using this app last few weeks, and I'm very happy with it. So I'll show you how I use it. Okay, I'll show you the usability of these apps. Okay, so SRI research apps, what does it consist of? Okay, it consists of the report, which is how many of you use square foot before? Quite a lot, right? So this is equivalent of square foot or better. Report. Next, there's land scope. Land scope is for our landed agents. Okay, landed agents, shop house agents, even it can even be for those people who doing en bloc as well. You want to find out what's the land size and things like that. You click on the condo development. You have all the land sizes, the total GFA, everything like that. All the information you need. Then you can click on transactions. There you can click on usage types, approve usage, and click on this. It shows you all the permissions given by BCA for reconstruction and things like that. Everything's all there. Okay. Next, I go into report. So how do I use this app? So for example, today, what I did is like, for example, I looked at all the projects that had en bloc potential. Then I want to know, okay, the details of the project. So maybe Pine Grove. I went to Pine Grove, for example. Okay, all the details are there. 9 years from, so I know how old is the development and things like that. And I click on transactions. Okay, I know, okay, PSF price transacting about 700 to 800 plus per square feet, thereabouts. And next, I click on listings. Listings will show me whether there are listings available. Okay, so obviously I can see one, okay, this one from Jennifer Scott looks possible. Okay, because why the asking price is still 900 plus, possible bring 800 plus is possible, right? $100 per square feet, still can negotiate. Okay, so these are possible options for those people looking for en bloc opportunities. Okay, we don't talk about this. Let's go into another one. Assuming you are searching for property. Okay, maybe let's do. Maybe today you realize you have a listing. Today you have a listing at City Lights, for example, and this unit, maybe the unit number is let's say 1324, and you don't have any details. That means what happens, like I go to the viewing, chances are, I forgot the size already. I forgot how much the size, I forgot the pricing, for example, how much he bought, things like that. Or I forgot how many units are in the development, I forgot when was the 9 year from and things like that. So I just type in, okay, before I reach the car park, I just type in City Lights, quickly go in, click in, I have all the details there. Then subsequently I click on transactions, I can see, oh, last few transactions are this price. So I roughly know what's the transactions. So I'm able to tell them, oh, 1023, which is basically 3 floors down, sold at this price. So maybe I do my unit at marketing 1323. Okay, the size is 904. Owner bought at 583. Then next, more importantly, okay, I'm able to go into listings, and I see who are people competing with me. I can sort by the site area. I click on area, so it sorts by the area. I can see that, okay, all the 900 plus square feet, 900 square feet, how much they're asking. Okay, and another thing, when you go, one thing is that when you go into listings, what happens? Show it to you. All the SRI listings are on top. So why? Because your SRI colleagues, if let's say you need to do a, for example, you have a buyer today says, hey, I want to look at City Lights, and last minute, if you're going to call everybody, it's going to be very difficult, right? But here, straight off, you can see, oh, the top 5 are SRI listings. Then also one thing on top, there's this thing called minimum, right? There's a minimum 868. This shows you the minimum price, the cheapest price, the price of the cheapest unit in the development. Okay, and what happens is when you go into for rent as well, yeah, it shows you the minimum. 750 is probably a room rental, but it will show you all the units available and who, of course, we put the SRI listings on top. Okay, and then if you need to arrange for viewing, same feature. What you can do is, okay, I'll select 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and do SMS. Okay, I can send an SMS straight out to these 5 people. Hi. Okay. Yeah, individual SMS. No, shouldn't. Okay, so this app is something that gonna build upon. Why? Because now we have the data of all your listings already, right? All your listings have data. So things that Benson and myself we have discussed how to actually bring this under one step further is, for example, if you have a listing in City Lights, you realize that hey, you have a listing in City Lights, and today there's a new caveat for City Lights. We alert you first. So today, as soon as Realist is the first person to know, right? Before all anybody else know, Realist release the data, everything. We are connected directly to Realist. So when Realist release the data, City Lights 1 new unit transacted, you get an alert. Then what happens? You can react, right? You can tell buyers who are waiting on the sideline that, hey, this unit just transacted at this price. This maybe 12 floor transacted at this price. You can tell your seller, hey, this unit transacted at this price. Okay, so you are first to know rather than seller tell you, hey, do you know 12 floor transacted? Then you know, huh, really? Then you go and check yourself. Correct? So this is the thing. Next, I go into land scope. So land scope is for those of us who are doing landed, right? So yesterday was just running this, so familiar. So maybe you type in one of the address that you have, and this tells you quite a lot of information. Tells you whether it's a corner terrace, semi-D. Okay, it tells you the Mukim number, it tells you tenure, tells you the land area, the GFA has been built up, who was the architect who built it, the builder who built it, when was it TOP. So the seller cannot bluff you already. The seller cannot say, oh, TOP, what, 1 year ago at TOP already, but actually 2 years ago at TOP. Okay, so these are the important things to know. Then it gives you the land dimensions as well. Land dimensions, and with the land dimensions, what happens is that maybe there's a big plot of land. Then ask, can this be apartment? Then you can go to click on master plan. Master plan show you that, oh, this is a residential, and then after you click on landed, cannot because it's in a 2-story mixed landed zone. Okay, things like that. Then of course, this information is all available online in various different sources. So this is just a consolidation of the data. Okay, and this basically brings me to where I currently am. So if I'm in, for example, now I'm in Tiong Bahru. So I click on this icon here. It'll then bring me into the area I am in. Okay, so now I'm in Tiong Bahru area. So I'm able to, okay, from there I can just click Tiong Bahru market. Then it gives me the whole size. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, how many of you don't have this in your phone yet?
Hands up, please, hands up.
It's free, okay, it's free. So just
those that did not always had that this is the last clip renew yet. Those that renew were already at last.
okay, we're happy to say, okay, that we pretty much, other than maybe about 20 to 30 people, everybody has renewed. Okay, so this is very encouraging. Give yourself a hand. 20 to 30 people, those who haven't renewed, okay, and of course some have some CPF issues, and those who haven't renewed for whatever reason, still sitting on the fence or maybe retired. Yes, yeah, please let us know if you're retired. So I know I need to borrow money, I know who to borrow from. Okay, so let's go back to the main screen. Okay, I hope all those on Zoom haven't fell asleep yet. Still 42 people, that's good. Okay. Next, more importantly, okay, I will go into the projects with en bloc potential. Bear in mind, all the projects I highlight today, they are available units. Okay, I've already done a check last night, just reconfirm. So I go into the various districts. So district 3, there's Trizaville. Okay, Trizaville is a very big, nice size. The plot size is very big. The plot size is almost what, 260,000 square feet. I just checked yesterday, there's one. Gone already, or you call it? Okay, you bought it. Oh, that's fast. Okay, so anyway, you can keep a lookout because these are big developments. These are 264 units. I'm sure people will put up the listings in the market. Okay. Landmark Towers are also a couple of units available. This is on Chin Swee Road. So these are all District 3. District 3, District 4, you see a lot of the new launches being launched at 2,000 per square feet, 99 years, fully sold out and things like that. So their kind of per square feet price, $800, $900 per square feet. Is there en bloc potential? The answer is yes, because it's really quite a big difference, okay? 9, 10, 11, there's One Tree Hill Mansion. One Tree Hill Mansion is really prime, right? Because why even landed properties, they're asking like $3,000, $4,000 per square feet, right? The new ones. So that's really prime. And there you have a 99-year development around the area. Yeah, for only $900 per square feet. I think that I saw 2 units available there. I don't know whether Christy went to buy it up 10 minutes ago. Okay, so One Tree Hill Mansion is very prime. And I think because you all know that something at One Tree Hill is already went en bloc, right? So this one, is there potential? The answer is yes, there's potential. Olina Lodge as well. This is on Holland Hill, next to Parvis area, next to this one. Current transacted price is about 1,200 per square feet. It's freehold. Okay, 67 units. I saw 3 units available for sale in this development. It's something I look at as well. Horizon Towers. Okay, this one I still see 2 units available for sale because quantum a lot higher because units are very big. But I heard that they are they are forming the en bloc committee already. All right, so this is one of the options. And why? Horizon Towers at this kind of per square feet, 1,000. Even you buy at a premium, 1,200 per square feet. Okay, what happens if this is that Twin Peaks? So at how much? Go to 3,000 per square feet, 2,007, 3,000 per square feet, and this is just next door, right? So does this have potential? Will the developer who's seen success in Twin Peaks be keen in it? Possible, right? So this is Horizon Towers. Leonie Gardens is just behind as well. Is it possible for it to go en bloc at this price? The answer is yes. Okay, there are also 3 or 4 units available for Leonie Garden as well. So this is another option. Tan Tong Meng Tower, I think this one, I saw 2 units for sale, all about $900 per square feet. So this is where Cube 8, 368 Thompson, the red color building, saw Tam there, right? This is the last one that it should be, I think CDL. Yeah, if it goes en bloc, can you imagine CDL will first one to take it, right? And the units there today, there are some units asking for $1,000 per square feet. Okay, so is there opportunity? Yes, it's freehold some more, freehold. Okay. Euro Asia Court. So this one is just behind Martin, at the side of Martin Modern. This is just directly across Pacific Mansion for those of you who know. This one, look, Martin Modern, so at what? 22324 per square feet, right? And that is 99 years. This project is freehold. Okay, and it's only transacting about 1,000, 3,004 per square feet, thereabouts. This one has quite a lot of units available for sale. Okay, and I think we also, yes, that's right. So please push this. Euro Asia Park. Okay, this is something I highlighted last time. I only saw 1 unit available. This one is at Woodley, so obviously all the action in Bidadari Estate and things like that. This will entice by developers to then look at this plot, right? Because only freehold versus the rest of it is all 99 years, and it's only transacting about $1,000 per square feet. En bloc potential, the answer is yes. Neptune Court. So Neptune Court, another very interesting project because I saw a lot of listings available. One of the challenges of Neptune Court, if those of you who follow, I think they haven't privatized yet, right? They still have. Yeah, they have some trouble privatizing because and there are some legal suit. If I'm not wrong, there's some sort of legal suit. I can't remember the details. So Neptune Court is another one because why? Eventually, okay, kappa issue. So essentially, all of these people who haven't privatized yet, that's the opportunity also because why? Bradderville also recently privatized only. They had so much trouble because of the difference in the number of years tenure for the first phase and second phase. This one has its own trouble now, but they are resolving it. So eventually it will be resolved, and chances are it'll be just in time maybe to catch even the next cycle, but the per square feet price is very attractive, 700 plus per square feet. Okay, so Neptune Court, and the quantum wise also very small, quantum very affordable, 1/mil, still very, very palatable. Okay, so Neptune Court is one of them. Amber Point, why? Because previously I figured Amber Park and Amber Point is the two biggest en bloc potential. Amber Park, of course, being the bigger one because it's 200 units. Amber Point also very, very prime. So it's just maybe 2 or 3 developments away from Amber Park. And I saw 1 unit available as of today. So 100 units is just directly across Amber Sky. Kim mentioned there's no units available, so I didn't write it. I didn't put it up. There is en bloc potential, but there's no units available, so I didn't put it up. Okay, so I have also set an alert. Okay, what I did is in my Property Guru buyers account, I go and set an alert because I want to know any. So if let's say I see any new listing in this development that I think has en bloc potential, I think it's cheap, I will just send it out to you all. Or yeah, send it out to my buyers, then I send it out to you all. Okay, so this one Amber Point. So at 1,300 per square feet, possible for en bloc potential. The answer is yes. This is also very interesting. Not many people know about this development. This development is right next to the Admiralty. Okay, Casa Esperana, Ranza or whatever. It's right next to King Albert Park Mall. So King Albert Park, the KAP, right, is starting to have a lot more shops opening, fortunately. So, and this is just right next door, and it's a freehold development. It's going about 1,000. I saw a few units asking 1,200 per square feet. Okay, it's next to the MRT, freehold next to MRT. Why this will fly next time is because government has a GLS land sales right at the Fourth Avenue. They did 4th Avenue. They did a land sales at 4th Avenue next to 6th Avenue MRT. So looking at the price, their break even is easily 1,000, 8,900 or 2,000 per square feet. Okay, and this one is also next to MRT but freehold. So does it have potential? The answer is yes, it has potential. Another D21. So this is another Pine Grove. So Pine Grove also, the per square feet price is still quite low. I saw 2 units available for sale. So this is something you can look at as well, D21. Okay, so these are the projects that I have found that have en bloc potential and have available units. Okay, as they are available, more units available and things like that, I will actually send it out to the group. Okay, next, your flyers and mailers all need to be updated. Yeah, because I know a lot of you send. I will constantly take a look at the mailers that you get the approval code for. So I always look at the content, and it's always the same boring content. I really think that it's time to change the content to be more relevant to today's market. Today's market, the hype is en bloc hype. Ride the hype. Okay, change your. If you are sending out flyers, mailers to landed, try and include a little bit of the en bloc hype, where maybe Amber Park, the units take back. Okay, people bought as low as. Okay, even as high, the highest I've seen people buy is at 2/mil. They take 4 mil, right? They take 4 mil. So they definitely have a lot of money, and they definitely minimally they have 3 mil cash. So they have 3 mil cash. Can they afford the landed around the area? They can. All right. So if you're farming that landed area, change the content a little bit. Leverage on the en bloc hype. Say that, hey, I have 5 buyers or 3 buyers who will be cashing out X amount of money from the en bloc. Okay, and they're looking to move on to a landed property. Keen to sell. So look at where's the nearby. Leverage on the nearest possible en bloc development. So for example, if you are farming, one example I gave was maybe Dilidan. If you're farming Dilidan, then says, oh, I have collated buyers, keen buyers from Normanton Park, okay, who are looking for a replacement home. So one of the things that then if the guy wants to sell something in Dilidan, yeah, then he'll call you, right, and say, hey, you can bring your buyers in and see the place and things like that. Correct. So this is change the content. Look at the nearest en bloc development nearby that you can leverage on. Okay, because that's the hype now. So people be relevant to today's market, not say, hey, want to buy, sell, rent. I'm specializing in this district. Or all this marketing message have to be changed and updated. Okay. So just to say, so our mailers and mail content has been in line with market hypes. Instead of I have buyers, genuine intent, want to buy, sell, rent, call me, emphasize that you are serving X number of en bloc buyers who will be receiving X amount of sales proceeds. You can even do snippets, okay, and from like Straits Times or whatever, and say the en bloc. Just don't do the whole article because that will be illegal reproduction. Just do a snippet of the headline. Normanton Park went en bloc at this price, things like that for your thing. So make it a little bit more exciting. Okay, so this will help you because listings today is going to be king again, right? Listings and things like that. So if you have listings, the buyers are out there. Okay, so you really need to really get the your listing inventory up. And the only way to get it is to be different in your buyer and mailers, your ad mail, your farming, everything like that. You need to be different. Okay, so this is something also very important. Please don't look at the ad. Didn't screenshot for the ad. I screenshot at the data below. Okay, Capital Land temporary halt sale of 2 condo development. This I think was the news that came out 2 days ago. 2 days ago. And this just adds on to the number of all the developers who have been stopping. They don't sell already, don't sell already. And there are quite a lot that have been removing the launch supply. So this is going to impact you. Why? Because there'll be lesser and lesser things to sell. Okay, and commission going down and things like that. So, okay, sorry, I think I messed up the slide. Okay, so these are the developers. So this information can be given to your clients as well. Why? The new launch supply is going down, right? Because Capital Land have said that they stop Marine Blue and Sky Habitat, stop sales totally. Landis, they totally stopped Park Place Residence. Okay, Qingjian has stopped sales of Le Quest. Gogoland says that they will cut down the number of sales and they'll keep all. That means after selling X number of multi-modern, they are going to keep the rest already. They're not going to sell anymore. Okay, so this means lesser supply in the market, right? Next, I go into a little bit in finding more liquidity. This one, if you have buyers, okay, one thing is that just to share with you a little bit into what the banks have been doing. The banks also want to have a share of the pie. Okay, they realize that a lot of people cannot get bank loans and things like that. If you have buyers, or if you have sellers or owners of property, so when you, in the course of your meeting clients and things like that, and they say, hey, I'm not working and I retired already, okay, cannot take a loan, and you meet clients that says, oh, yeah, my property is fully paid up, I cannot refinance because no income, things like that. So you always meet clients like this, so we need to find solutions, right? Okay, last time, previously, this asset refinancing of the assets, right? That means they don't do property mortgage loan. Mortgage loan is governed by MAS set rules. You jolly well follow the rules. However, if they're fully paid up assets, okay, banks last time assets in excess of 7-8 million, then they bother to do. Today, a lot of the private banks and banks, they are willing to do it for 3 million. So as long as your property 3 million fully unencumbered, and maybe they have no income, they want to take a loan at a low interest rate, as low as your property financing interest rate, they can. Okay, so if you need information on this, I will give you more information. Since this is recorded, so I don't really want to go into too much into this. So this, if you have clients that fit this category, they can talk to me and then I can let you know more. The banks are also, yeah, basically one new clientele, right? So they give introducer fees and things like that. So let me know if you have clients that fit this category of 3 million asset and above, okay, and fully paid up, and they want to monetize, they want to grow the portfolio. Okay, then I can explain to you over the phone, I can link you out with the various bankers. Okay, so this is the coveted list. Okay, coveted list, I have, I'll just go through all the projects one by one very quickly. Okay, I think this is really the last chance to cash in. This is the remainder. Okay, District 2, I split it down to the districts and the percentage. Okay, I left out all the projects of developers who don't value us, give us 0.5, 0.6. I just left them out. Because why? I can always sell it next time. Okay, when all this is gone. Okay, so these are the key ones to look at. District 2, for clients who are looking at District 2, Spottiswoode Suites, Sky Suites and Anson, still paying decent comp, 3% and 2.1%. And I put the prices there as well. So what are the prices starting from? So you know that, okay, if you're a guy who has a budget of 1 million looking at District 2 or something prime, and you still want high comp, then you ask me, hey, why Marina 1 or not inside? Because the comp already dropped to very low, 1% already, right? So we just leave it out first, remove this, okay? So the prices are all there, the sizes, what sizes it start from is there. So District 3, the high comp one, still, Alex Residence, left 3 bedrooms only, starting at 1.7 plus million. Okay, and 4% comp. Commonwealth Towers, left last unit of 3 bedroom, I think. I don't know where it's sold yet, but it's 2.5%. And I thought I saw a bounce out unit as well for Commonwealth Towers, okay? Yeah, it's probably gone already. The Crest still has a lot of units, 2 bedrooms starting from 1.8. Okay, it's 3% comp. District 4, we have Coral Keppel Bay, still have quite a few units, 1 bedroom starting from 1.4. Okay, fine. So 2.5%. Reflection Keppel Bay, you know, now they just relaunched, right? I think a few of us have managed to close unit on this relaunch. So the deferred payment scheme and things like that. So they're paying 2% com, 2 bedrooms starting at 1.7. Okay, so this is something to note. This one is the deferred payment scheme. So those of you who have clients who want DPS and things like that, I think this is quite a good project to push. I don't think it's a good project, but it's a good project to push, meaning that the com is decent. And the way that they structure it, it may suit your client. Okay, next, District 5, the Orion. The Orion is 3% com. I think District 5 has one more. District 5 has the 126 or something. Can't remember what project is. 124. Okay, and I think that also has high com. I haven't added it in. So 3% for the Orion, starting from 1.038. It's next to the Hapa MRT as well. Okay, so it's interesting. D8 has Forte Suites, 3.5. 2-3 something. I can't remember what is it. But okay, 3.5% for Forte Suites. Sturdy Residence, 2%. Cityscape, 2.5%. Okay, all the starting prices are there. 1 over mil starting prices. District 8. District 9, 10, 11, these are the critical ones because a lot of buyers were looking. So Espada has leftover units. They relaunched the leftover penthouse units starting on 1.5 mil. Lloyd 65. Okay, this one we can go direct, I believe. They are paying 2%, starting from 1.7 mil. Up at Robertson, okay, paying 3%. So this one already is like a sort of like a relaunch, I would say. Then 38 Jervois, don't forget, 38 Jervois, we have sole marketing rights. Look at the number of units left. There's not many units left. Do we have a chance to sell 38 Jervois? The answer is yes. It's just that today you go out and talk to any agent about 38 Jervois, right? Nobody knows. It's very, very sad. Okay, and the com is so high. Okay, 3%, it's starting from 1.1 mil. You look at the 9, 10, 11 list, there's nothing around this kind of pricing anymore. Okay, and you have here, everything is here, no? Okay, so is this opportunity? Yes, it is. Just that last time round, it was expensive. However, fortunately, now PropNext is out already, right? So now it's left with us, essentially. So if we cannot sell this, it's a real pity. Okay, 38 Jervois, developer has given us exclusive. And they're going to do a relaunch, meaning they're going to put ads in the papers. So if you haven't even tried to sell 38 Jervois, I think you should put a little bit of effort. Okay, because why? Next door, SC Global bought the Jervois Garden. They bought it for quite a high per plot ratio price, right? So they're going to launch, and SC Global, are they going to sell cheap or not? $2,000 per square feet? No, they're not. They're going to sell a lot higher, right? Premium product a lot higher. So that is a freehold project in this area. So don't forget about 38 Jervois. Okay, starting just 1.1 mil. This is exclusive to SRI. Okay, Asana is District 10. That's just behind, around Kings Road, just behind there. So that's a project that not many of us even know about. Okay, so this one bedroom starting from 1.03 mil, com is 2.5%. This is still quite a sellable project. Okay, not along the main road or anything like that. Actually, it's quite nicely set back. Walking distance to the MRT, walking distance to Serene Center, near all the good schools and things like that. This is a very good project to push, Asana. Okay, D11, 6 Derbyshire. You want to lose a friend or client, this one is a good idea. Okay, 26 Newton is okay. The units are okay. I would say they are definitely better. If given a choice, D11, of course, 26 Newton is worth looking at. Okay, D6 Derbyshire, just to clarify, the reason why is because all the remaining units are facing the CTE. Okay, it's very noisy. The com is very attractive, but then again, okay. Okay, D12, Gem Residence, they are paying 4% and 3.5%. Derek not here, right? Derek laughing to the bank. Oh, still laughing. Okay. So Gem Residence, 2 bedrooms starting 1.268. City Suites. City Suites also not many people know about it. 1 bedroom. You're looking for 1 bedroom under 1 mil, not many, right? So City Suites is one possibility. Then Riverside Melody is what I told you earlier. Okay. 3 bedrooms starting from 1.75 and all very good size unit, 1421, 3 bedrooms. All rooms can fit in a king size bed. I cannot find already. Facing the river. Okay. D14, 3 residence. This is directly next to the MRT, Aljunied MRT. 2.5% com, 3 bedrooms starting at 1.2 mil. Still very affordable, right, for 3 bedroom. Sunnyvale Residence, this is Telok Kurau area, very good com. So the 4 bedroom units. So I saw some messages inside asking for Telok Kurau or something, the East penthouse unit and things like that. Yeah, there's this one 4% com, okay. Water Bay, trying to clear off the stock. So yeah, 2-bedroom unit starting from just under $1 million, 3.5% com. This one don't waste it, like 2019. The creek, I think they have all the penthouse units left, so they are giving out good com. Candice Residence is the at Sembawang, up somewhere high in Sembawang. Yeah, this one you can sell it quite champion. Okay. But they're paying pretty good com, and are looking for something very quantum sensitive. That means, oh, I want to invest. This is somewhere you can look at. The quantum is very, very affordable. Okay, so this is really the last chance to cash in for all these projects. Okay, I don't think there will be any more that we really adding in ad hoc. If there are projects that come in with high com, and good projects that come in with high com, then we'll keep you informed and send it out as well. Okay, so this list later on when we publish this set, yeah, you can take a look at this list. I'll publish 2 sets of PDFs. One is for you to reference. The other one is for you to send out to consumers, right? You don't go and send out the wrong one. You send out the wrong one, good luck to you. Okay? Okay. So we've come to the end. Okay. Those of you who are on Zoom, don't zoom out yet, because you zoom out, you miss the juicy part. Okay, this is the juiciest part of all. 2015, all of us say the market not good, right? Bad. But a lot of us did okay, right? It did well. 2016 say market also bad. It did even better, right? Because more transactions, right? 2017 now market is moving. No reason, no more excuse, no more reason. Okay, I'm very happy that a lot of us think the bulk are doing actually very well. We see a lot of people that have above half a mil com already. Quite a handful also hit close to a mil or even above a mil. So this is the thing. You want to make money, the opportunity is now. We're in the last quarter of 2017 already. I hope I've convinced you that the sun is shining now. Please make the hay, because it will not shine forever. The tables are going to turn around. We have 3 years where we whack the developers upside down already, right? It's going to be the other way around. Okay, I have experienced it before. Those of you who have been in real estate long enough, you have experienced it before when the market is moving so fast. Do we earn a lot of money? The answer is no. Yes, every day, a lot of option. Every day post Facebook, a lot of option, but no money. No use. Okay, today post one option is a lot of money. Okay, so the main difference is that this is really a time. So want to issue your a challenge. Who wants to be part of a challenge? Raise your hand. Nobody, really.
Moolah is not challenging you guys.
Nobody wants a challenge. If you are zooming in, you can actually raise your hand. So okay. Okay. Every time, right? You know what's the thing? Every time, so only Terry raise hand. So okay, every time what happens? Only the people who do well get rewarded, right? All the top producers get rewarded, right? However, now I want to challenge everybody else, which means that, okay, this is the last Q4. Okay, what we have done is, myself and Benson, on a personal level, this is not on a company level, on a personal level, what we're going to do is this. If you accept the challenge, okay, at the end, so what's the challenge? So a lot of you ask me before you accept the challenge. All scared, right? Nobody like to raise a hand, right? Who can trust me and raise your hand? Okay, I still have a few supporters. Okay, those of you, I see a lot of people who, I think the mean average of people did about 120 as of year to date. Okay, my challenge to you, Spencer, my challenge to you is this. In Q4, if you can earn the same amount of money that you have earned for the last 3 quarters, okay, we are giving out two sets of air tickets to Bali. Who wants a challenge?
Wow.
This time round, right, we are not rewarding the top producer. Why? Because those people who have earned 1 million for the last 3 quarters, if they can earn 1 million for Q4 alone, they deserve a ticket to US, not to Bali. Okay? So, who wants to accept this challenge? Nobody. Seriously, who wants to accept it? Who wants to challenge yourself? Because this is the final lap already. Okay, I want you all to challenge yourself. Those of you, especially, the opportunities for actually all those that average this year didn't have that good a year. Maybe they are earning 100,000 or sub 190 to 110, 120. 3 months to earn back 100,000. Is that possible? The answer is yes. Okay. So the top 2%, that means first criteria is, in order to get the air tickets, okay, the first criteria is you have to earn what you have earned in the last 3 quarters within the last quarter, Q4. Second criteria, of course, we based on the amount earned. That means the second criteria, which means that those people who have earned a lot too much, those people like who has earned really, really too much until they get worried. A lot call me and say, hey, wow, I'm going to hit GST already, how? I'm going to hit GST, maybe you become a self-registered, you will become a proprietor, GST registered proprietor. You yourself, okay? It's possible, okay? So the thing is that I'm not keen to win the tickets to Bali, so I'm going to rest the next few months. But in any case, the thing I want to challenge yourself is this, okay? The tickets are for grabs. We'll reward you where reward is due. Okay? I really want to motivate you. The money is there to be made. You just need to make the effort to make the money. Okay? if Tiger Airways has business class, no problem. Okay, so challenge yourself. Okay, we will reward. Of course, we will see if there's overwhelming people who deserve this reward. We'll be very happy to give it out. Okay, because we'll be very happy if, let's say, you achieve a certain success to earn whatever you earn in 3 quarters just in 1 quarter. Okay, I think this is a self-achievement. Okay, so I think this is something. Use this opportunity to motivate yourself. Okay, and it's something that's achievable, right? I'm not asking you to be a top producer, because if you are doing 120 or you want to catch the 1 million, I don't think it's possible, right? But this is very possible. You challenge yourself. You don't have to challenge the top people in the agency. Challenge yourself. Okay, so this quarter, target to earn what you have earned in the last 3 quarters. Okay, make this your target. Okay, so I hope all of you have gained some knowledge from today. So I hope you have found your Moolah, because I have found mine. Okay, so with this we come to an end.
Next time, right, when you want to buy vegetables, right, ask Boost to buy for you, because you can claim GST. Hey, go NTUC,
okay, so thanks for coming today. Any questions? Anything? I hope that you bring it up. Hope you have learned something today. Thanks for those who have zoomed in. Okay, so look out for all those of you who haven't renewed, those very few people who haven't renewed. Please make an attempt to renew. You have some difficulty, facing some difficulty renewing. Come forward and approach us. Okay.
So my lesson is next week. Okay. Basically, I will cover 2 things. One thing is on the exclusive portion, because now it's very, very important. It's a seller's market already. So I will cover on exclusive. Second one is how